Hello and welcome back to the channel. Well, I wanted to point out something that I'm pretty sure is standing out to most of you because we pay attention to these kinds of things, and the world has no shame in their game with how they treat so-called black people. So I don't think anyone who sees this is going to be shocked nor surprised at the comparison that I'm about to make. No one should be shocked nor surprised. So right now there are two crises with immigrants. Okay, we have the disaster in Haiti, and then we have the Afghan crisis. But as we see very clearly, there is a huge difference with how these two groups of people are being treated. Those from Afghanistan, they have been treated with open arms. They're getting them jobs, they're getting them housing, they're taking care of them. A lot of people are just really open to embracing them during their crisis. Now get this, I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with that. I think it is a good idea to help people when they are in crisis. So I'm all for that. I'm all for it. The issue that we've been having in this world, and people, a lot of people, black, white, it doesn't matter what racial group it is, you have people all around this planet who want to pretend like black people are treated just as fair and loving as everyone else during their time of crisis. Okay, so Haiti has been getting it really hard. They've been having it really bad. And so right now you have a lot of refugees down at the border. They are seeking the same type of safety and help that these Afghan people are seeking. But what are people doing? People are saying the most horrendous, evil, wicked, low-down, rotten, cold-hearted things you can imagine as it relates to the people of Haiti. But everyone has flung open their doors, their arms, and their pocketbooks for the people of Afghan. You can barely find jobs for people here in the U.S. Well, let me take that back. Here recently, a lot of people in the U.S. are like, look, okay, we don't want to work because there's this mandate, or this. Also, you have those who have the checks that they're getting who feel like they'd rather stay at home than to work. So let me just get that part off the table. But it's amazing how they're offering jobs to the Afghan people. They're offering housing and all kinds of things during a time where other people are starting to be put out of their homes. Even though there was a moratorium, some people were still losing their homes. Some people were still being put out because there were landlords who were not going to go by the rules. You see, but somehow they've managed to find all of these resources for the people of Afghan in crisis, but they're trying to hurry up and hightail it and get the Haitian people out of here, trying to send them back to where they came from. Now, you all know that they just experienced another devastating earthquake, and that they're looking for help just like everybody else. But there's a built-in hatred and coldness in the hearts of people in this world as it relates to dark indigenous people. And I think somehow they believe that if they just ignore what people are saying about it, then they can't be held responsible for it. Everyone sees, most importantly, the creator of heaven and earth, the creator of heaven and earth sees. So people think they're getting away with a whole lot on this planet. They think no one can see the rottenness of their wicked hearts. They think that no one is talking about this, that no one is really paying attention. Well, guess what? Not only are the people of Haiti paying attention, some so-called black people are paying attention, of course, because you have those who can care less what happens to their fellow so-called black person. It's just the way it is, right? Then, of course, you have other people in the world who would just as soon put all of us in a building. When I say all, I'm talking about anyone with dark skin, so-called black people. They would just as soon put us all in a building pour gasoline around the building and light the match. How do I know this? I had someone say that to me on my channel years ago, that that's what their desire was, that they wish that they can do that to so-called black people, regardless to how nice we are, how sweet we are, how much we love our children, how friendly we are, how much we take care of our animals. None of that mattered. None of that mattered. So that lets you know that there's a very powerful demonic spirit that is in the minds of those who are filled with hatred. That is a strong demon, and when they have to stand before their maker, they're going to have a hard time trying to explain that one. Well, anyway, the crisis in Haiti versus Africa, we see the difference of what's going on. It seems like they're trying to get the Haitians back to Haiti, but with the Afghans, they're like, welcome home, table for 5,000 or 5 million, however many they're bringing over. I doubt whether they're bringing over 5 million, but they are bringing over quite a few. And they are being welcomed with open arms, but our people are getting the boot as usual. As usual. The dark indigenous people of the planet are getting the boot. Now, let me just shed a little bit of light on why I believe they are helping the Afghans. And this is real quick and simple and easy to explain too. The Whited Out documentary series kind of explains it a bit, where the whole planet has been whited out. So those Afghan people that you see, those are a mixed race people. Okay? All of the people of the so-called Middle East, which was really Northern Africa, they were black people. And what has happened? All of the planet is the European males have gone into various regions around the world, and they have inserted their seed into dark indigenous black women, and that is why you see the creation of these mixed race people. So essentially they're basically helping their offspring, right? But these Haitian people, they are the offspring of black men. So they're like, okay, get on out of here. We don't want you here, right? But the Afghans, they're like, I guess in a sense they are our offspring. Of course, not the people directly that are here now, but you know what I mean. The ancestors, their ancestors' offspring. So this is why they find it in their hearts more easily to help the lighter populations that are in need, because they know how these populations got light, right? They know what happened. They know that their great grandfather is the reason why these people look almost white and have the same kind of hair texture and everything as they do. But their ancient grandmother is a black woman. Okay? Some of you ask me from time to time, why is everything black and white with me? If it isn't obvious to you, then you are trying to be willfully ignorant. You're trying to pretend like you don't know what's happening in this world. But I keep it real on this channel, okay? And it saddens me to see our people going through these things, but all of this was prophesied, so I am not surprised at the least. Anyway, I'm done with this story. Of course, I want you to share your comments below. But until next time. We hope you liked today's topic. Please leave your comments below. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, share it like this video, and with that, we're out. Be sure to ring the bell to be notified of new uploads on this channel, and also comment, share, like, and subscribe.